Well, hey friends, it's Tracey from Tea Time with Tracey and Violet. Violet's abandoned me. The kids have all gone to bed. She's gone up to cuddle, I think. I got my goal, so I gotta wait for that to go off the screen. I just got done doing a book haul video, which will probably be up after this one. Just a little blip of a book haul. It's 10:45. Today is September 22nd, the fall equinox. Can you guys feel the energy? Yes, it's just buzzing, humming. I can feel it. It's in with the old. Well, no, it's not even that. It's about balance. It's what it's about. Yeah, harmonize, people. Yes. Anyways, I just showed my teacup, but let me finish this cup of tea and then I'll show you my teacup. Look at those legs, huh? All right, so I'll go over this teacup again because you might not watch the book haul one, which is fine too. So anyways, look at this. Look, just look at her. She's showing right off. But she's got the legs and she can get away with it. Look at the gold around here. And look how it, I don't know what you call that. Scallops or bumps or vanilla soft ice cream cone. But inside, look, she's black and gold all around the edges. And then there, I think it's a rose, I'm not sure. And that's all gold pattern. Beautiful, beautiful. She has gold up at the top, gold down this side, solid up at her shoulder pad. And right down on her legs, she has gold there too. Yeah. I'm having some lime and ginger tea. I gotta hold this right or my knuckles touch. And this pot is hot. Yeah, the kids have gone to bed. We decorated for Halloween today. The kids had a blast doing that. I made a great big turkey roaster of beef stew. Yeah, it's over on my other channel, Nova Scotia Living. If you don't follow me there, no pressure, no pressure. I vlog almost every single day there, but that's completely different videos than these ones. I had my hair down because I had a shower a little while ago. I had to get today's work off of me, if you know what I'm saying. But anyways, this is the book I want to talk to you about. I would normally have this light off and just have the candle light in my thing, but my light burnt out, so I had to turn the big light on. The Nightmare Room by Chris Sorenson. Yeah, I read this last month, and I'm just trying to catch up with the books that I read to do videos with. This isn't a very long book. Well, long enough. 200 and some pages. Oh yeah, 263 pages. So I'll read the back of it quick. Peter Larson is coming home. New York audiobook narrator Peter Larson and his wife Hannah head to his hometown in Maple City to help Peter's ailing father and to put a recent tragedy behind them. Though the small Midwestern town seems the idyllic place to start afresh, Peter and Hannah will soon learn that evil currents flow beneath the surface. They move into an old farmhouse on the outskirts of town, a house purchased by Peter's father at auction and kept secret until now, and start to settle into their new lives. But as Peter sets up his recording studio in a small basement room, disturbing things begin to occur. Mysterious voices haunt the audio tracks. Shadows creep around the house, and when an insidious presence emerges from the woodwork, Peter must face old demons in order to save his family and himself. That's it in a nutshell, I guess. But I guess this Chris Sorenson is really an audiobook narrator. So that's kind of a neat twist on a haunted house sort of thing. So like it said, Peter and Hannah had a terrible tragedy in their life, and they end up moving because Peter's father was just put into a home. So they moved back to the town to kind of settle the house and things. Peter does have a sister, but she doesn't live there. And she's a busy mom with a bunch of kids, and she cares, and she's there to help a bit, but she doesn't live in the area, so she's on the phone, and, you know, she's pulled in every other direction. So he goes there with Hannah, thinking, okay, we'll go and start fresh and get on with our life after what happened to us. They get to his childhood home, and it's a nice, I don't know if it's a bungalow, like it's a nice house. But turns out that house isn't the house that they're going to move into, like Peter thought. The father, before he started losing, I think he has dementia or Alzheimer's or something, before he started losing his mind, he organized having the house sold in order to pay for his care at this nursing home. But Peter was unaware of this. So they pretty much packed up their life and moved there, landed town, and the house that they were going to be staying in is no more. No more. The lawyer that they were talking to when they found this out, he was going to look at some things, and apparently in the records, that's how they found this other house that Peter's father bought at auction. They didn't know anything about it. And it's way out in the boondocks. There's nobody around, and it's a great big old farmhouse, like you can see there. And it needs some work. Apparently it's been rented out, like the father used to rent it out. Nobody ever stayed there a long time, but it was rented out. Yeah, Hannah really likes the house because she sees the potential in, oh, we can fix this up and we can, you know, make it beautiful, like a dream home, and maybe sell it or maybe settle. Like it's beautiful. But Peter's like, oh God, you know, it's a money pit kind of thing. But long story short, they end up staying there, moving in there. Things start happening. He sets up his studio down in the basement in this little room. It's a creepy old basement. Goes downstairs, and then there's this room in the back that looks like it might have been not really a bedroom, but there was just an old cot on the floor. But on the door, there's scratch marks, like something or somebody was locked in this room. So it's quite disturbing. I won't say any more about that, but this book kind of has two timelines because it switches back and forth between Peter and Hannah and then people that used to live there a long time ago, which has a horrible background. And it kind of pulls at your heartstrings because there's children involved or a child involved. But yeah, this was an easy book to read. I guess there's more in the series. Well, it says book 1, so there must be other ones. I don't know. I haven't looked it up. I liked the layout of it. Like the text was spaced enough. It wasn't like teeny tiny. Yeah, the little town, she has to try to get a job. She's overqualified for anything she applies for. I forget what her background is, but she's very well educated. But she ends up working at a bar. And turns out the guy that owns the bar used to be Peter's friend when he was younger. And you know what I mean? So it all works out that way. But it goes into good description of the little town that they live in, which I appreciated. When things start happening in the house, like I said, there's shadows, he sees things, he hears things. But sometimes when he's recording some of his audio tracks to send to her, whoever he works for. If he plays it at his house, it sounds fine. When he sends it to them, there's noises. And then when they just hear fuzz. When he takes it back and re-listens to it, he can hear a few voices or straggle words. So he thinks that he's losing his mind. And he thinks the tragedy that happened to those two is playing with his mind because he's hurting so bad. There's a lot of grief in this. Like, it's not I don't find it a deep story, but yeah, I read this on a whim because I've seen people talking about it. It's not my favorite book that I've read, but it's a good book. I would recommend it for a haunted house book. It's a different take on a haunted house book. Not scary at all, or at least I didn't find. And there was a couple of little twists in there, nothing major. But the ending was good, but it leaves it open a little bit for something that could happen down the road. So that must be maybe what the book 2 is. Or maybe book 2 is like a whole other family. I don't know. The Messy Man series. But anyways, yeah, I just wanted to talk about this. Now, The Nightmare Room. Easy to read. I would recommend it. But I don't know if I'd ever read it again. Probably not. It was... God, I hate trying to put a number on it. I'm not very good at that. I'd say it's like... For my interest level, I'd have to break my number things down. Scariness, like interest. I don't know. I don't know the different categories, but I'd say like a 3. It's not bad. It's not fantastic. But I think it's an enjoyable read for a haunted house story that doesn't take forever to read. And worth a little look-see. Worth a look-see. But it's not like... It's not gory. Some of the scenes in here, especially with the old scenes of the people that used to live there, they're not hard to read, but it's like, that's a little more disturbing to me than what's going on in the present. Again, it's just fiction though. It's just fiction, so it doesn't, I don't have to get so worked up about it, but just the things that went on with the family before are not appropriate. Not appropriate at all. So anyways, I'm not going to tell you. You're going to have to read it if you want to find out what I'm talking about. But that's the little lowdown. That's my thoughts on it. It's a good book. It is a good book. It's not a great book, but it's a good book. So, The Nightmare Room. Yeah. I'm going to head to bed here soon. I'll probably have another cup of tea. It's, 11 o'clock. So I got to get up tomorrow because I got to get children on the school bus. So anyways, peace, love, and happiness today and every single day. Please like, share, and subscribe if you so choose. But if not, that's okay too. I still love ya. I still want all the happiness in the world for each and every one of you out there. I certainly do. I really, really honest and truly do. Yes, I do. So, all right, guys. Well, with that, I'm going to say have a good night or have a good morning. And I might see you tomorrow. Bye. Bloop.